everybody, welcome back to CricTracker special show with me, Nivedna Prabhu. I hope all of you are doing well and ready to let me know कि क्या होगा according to you in this match. काफी interesting है. If we take a look at where South Africa and India have ended today, South Africa needs just 122 more runs to win. तो आपको क्या लगता है? Will Indian bowlers be able to trouble South African batters, or will they clinch the second test in their favor? Start giving me your analysis in the comment section below. And उसी के साथ let me bring on Chirag Manocha joining me back in the studio. उनके हिसाब से what does he think? Chirag, welcome back. Because in terms of performances, काफी तगड़े performances थे from players like Pujara and Rahane, where there was a lot of expectation over there. But currently looking at the situation, South Africa की captain बहुत ही अच्छे fine knock खेल रहे हैं. So do you think there is some trouble because they're unable to get a wicket off the South African captain?
Actually, South Africa have the upper hand. Dominate कर रहे हैं वो. और Dean Elgar leading from the front. हमने देखा first test match की second innings से जैसा उन्होंने comeback करा है. I mean, it's applaudable. Second test match से पहले उन्होंने अपने players को कहा भी था कि आप step up करो और अच्छा परफॉर्म करो. क्विंटन डिकॉक के जाने से ये नहीं कि क्रिकेट रुक जाता है. आप देखो, आप उनके बॉडी लैंग्वेज में देखो, उनको कोई ऐसा लग नहीं रहा कि क्विंटन डिकॉक ऐसा सडनली छोड़कर चले गए हैं. थोड़ा होता है ना कि एक मोरल डाउन हो जाता है कि इतना बड़ा प्लेयर आपके टीम से चला जाता है, लेकिन नहीं, वो एकदम फाइटिंग स्पिरिट दिख रहा है. अभी आप देखो स्टार्टिंग राइट फ्रॉम द स्टार्ट ऑफ सेकंड इनिंग्स, मतलब वो सिंगल्स चुरा रहे थे. वो देखो उनके पास डू और डाई वाला सिचुएशन था. ड्रॉ तो करा नहीं सकते क्योंकि 2 दिन बचे हुए हैं. तो अभी तक उन्होंने जितना करा वो कमाल का करा. मतलब वो छोटा छोटा कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशन जो सभी प्लेयर्स से वो टॉप ऑर्डर से एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे थे वो वैसा मिला उन्हें. एडन मार्कम, डीन एल्गर, कीगन पीटरसन, सभी ने वो छोटा छोटा और मेजर जो एक क्रूशियल कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशन होता है वो इन तीनों ने दिया. तो अभी साउथ अफ्रीका एक स्ट्रॉन्ग पोजीशन में है. एंड मुझे समझ नहीं आता कि ऋषभ पंत ये रिस्पॉन्सिबल शॉट, मतलब क्यों, क्या जरूरत थी वो आपको एकदम स्टेप अप करा. आप ऐसा इरेस्पॉन्सिबल शॉट खेल रहे हो क्यों? मतलब अगर वो वहां पर थोड़ा टिकते, देखते बॉल कहाँ मूव कर रही है, बॉलर क्या सोच रहा है, कहाँ पर टप्पा बढ़ रहा है. आप 3 बॉल आपने खेली और आप स्टेप अप कर रहे हो, बाहर एकदम मार रहे हो, वो बहुत इरेस्पॉन्सिबल शॉट था. अगर वहां पर वो 20-30 रन बनाते तो बॉलर्स को कॉन्फिडेंस आता कि हमारे पास एक अच्छा टारगेट है डिफेंड करने के लिए. लेकिन वहां पर गलती हुई कि ऋषभ पंत जो डक पर आउट हुए, क्योंकि हमने देखा पुजारा और रहाणे ने अच्छी बैटिंग की, बहुत अच्छा सर्वाइव किया. तो एटलीस्ट मतलब वो थोड़ा उन्हें देखना चाहिए था कि इतने प्लेयर्स का जो कंट्रीब्यूशन है वो आपने आके एकदम से खराब कर दिया मिडिल ऑर्डर, लोअर डाउन दी ऑर्डर. तो हाँ ठीक है, आप कह सकते हो कि हम नेचुरल गेम है कि नेचुरल वो ऐसा खेलते हैं, लेकिन वो सिर्फ बहाना है कि अब देखो नेचुरल है तो आपको समझना तो पड़ेगा ना, थोड़ा बहुत तो आपको टाइम वहां पे स्पेंड करना है, तभी तो आपको वो नेचुरल पहली बॉल से आप थोड़ा मारोगे. तो वो वहां पर थोड़ा इंडिया लैक कर रहा है. हाँ करा एक्चुअली.
Right. I mean, in terms of Rishabh Pant and his style of playing, you could either be a fan or not. But at the end of the day, if we were to summarize that in such crucial moments, like Chirag said, you rather could have contributed even 20 and 25, and that potentially would have changed things around, because Swapnil has commented that he's hoping for an early breakthrough tomorrow. I guess all Indian fans are hoping for that, Swapnil. Another comment coming in here saying, what a match is it? It is. Both sides are giving it all indeed. Usi mein to maza hai. Hello to Ifrahim. Hello Aman. Hello Irfan. Hi everyone. Thanks for joining us. Let's continue, this conversation by bringing my next guest on, Gaurav Tripathi. Of course, Chirag has kind of summarized it for us as to where both the teams are standing. But Gaurav, looks like 122 is not too hard for them to be achieving it at the moment, and the bowlers are not really getting any sort of opportunity. But do you think tomorrow the conditions might kind of favor bowlers? And if yes, who are you placing your bets on from the Indian team to do so?
So definitely, I think I still believe that South Africa might be in a commanding position, but still it's game on at the moment, because before the day's play, the roller is going to be applied on the pitch, and that will somehow ease the bit for bowlers. I mean, they are going to get assistance with the new ball. The first hour is going to be very crucial. Guys like Jasprit Bumrah, guys like Mohammad Shami, they are having a huge role to play. I mean, kudos to Shardul Thakur. 11 out of 8 wickets he has taken on a bowling attack that comprises the likes of Shami, Bumrah, and even Ashwin for that matter. So definitely, I
Right.
think he has done a wonderful job. But it's high time that other bowlers put their hands up and bring some breakthroughs. I think considering the current scoreline, 118 for two, South Africa are in great command. But we have seen it throughout this test match, or even we can say throughout the series, that if one wicket falls, then others are falling in the cluster. So definitely, I think day four
Hmm.
of this phase, 266 has been posted by India, the highest in this particular match. So posting 267 is not going to be easy by any means. So definitely, I think give this game on. But if South African batters are going to survive the first over with ease, I think they might just go away with a win.
Right, they might just cruise through, and like I said earlier, the South African captain looks like he is going to be doing some damage tomorrow as well. But what do you all think? Tell me in the comment section. Usi ke sath, if you were to talk about certain players here, there's been so much of noise and conversation about perform karenge nahi karenge, unke jo sare expectations the. Looks like der aaye durast aaye, like we say. Pujara and of course Rahane. Somebody commented saying that पुराने ही काम आ गए in the end, although उनको पुराने बुलाया गया था. Old is gold, कह के. So let's take a look at both
Definitely.
these fine performances, because if it was not for their contribution, then of course that total would not look the same on India's side. So if we could take a look at Pujara's performance here, 53 runs. Everybody was looking for him to get that half century. On the other hand, if we could take a look at Rahane's performance as well. 58 runs out of 78. I want to come to you, Gaurav, on this particular, discussion that was happening. Now, let's talk about the fact that now they've cemented their position pretty much, right? That's what it's looking like, because it was more like a do or die situation for them to perform. But in the context of the kind of competition, if we're seeing a Virat Kohli coming back in the third,
Yeah.
test match, do you feel sorry for a person like Hanuma Vihari, because contributing that 40 runs not out, right?
Hmm.
Now, every opportunity he's got, he has to capitalize on it. But how do you view that? Despite the fact that he kind of is crucial for the team, does add value when it's required. But now Pujara and Rahane both have performed well. So what are we seeing in the third test now?
So definitely, I think it's pretty certain that now the both of them have got half centuries under the belt. I think Hanuma Vihari, as you said, unfortunately will have to make way for Virat Kohli. But I believe that they have scored half centuries. These are players with over 4,000, 5,000 runs. So at somewhere at the time they are going to score runs. But it's high time for Team India that you have guys like Shreyas Iyer, Hanuma Vihari waiting in the benches, that you need to set a benchmark. Like this is going to happen, because now we have seen that both of them have scored half centuries. What if they fail in the next test match? Is it going to be the end? Because that we didn't see in this particular series before. Because before this particular test match, we were talking about that Ajinkya Rahane has no chance of featuring in the initial 11, because of Shreyas Iyer scoring that magnificent turn on test debut, and Hanuma Vihari doing well. But
Right.
somehow I think the team management they went with a different approach, despite sacking him as a vice captain. I'm talking about Ajinkya Rahane. They went with him in the 11, and we saw that Chiteshwar Pujara, he backed the duck in the opening game, because of Virat Kohli not playing. Even if Virat Kohli would have played, he would have batted the number 3. There was no doubt on this. So
Right.
definitely, I think yeah. So definitely, I think if guys like Chiteshwar Pujara, guys like Ajinkya Rahane, they are going to score runs at some point in time. So the important thing for the team management is to set a benchmark, that this is the series, we
Hmm.
are giving you 6 matches, 5 matches,
Right.
score runs. But if you are not, then we have to look ahead of the likes of Shreyas Iyer and Hanuma Vihari, because guys like this have done well in first class cricket and deserve to get a chance in the playing
Chances.
11.
Right, but I think consistency will always be a bigger question, and to kind of
Definitely.
have expectation. I see a lot of you already making predictions कि विराट कोहली का क्या होगा third test में, वो हमें भी पता नहीं है अब तक. When it happens, we will be discussing that. But on the other hand, talking about something very interesting is highest successful runs chases by South Africa in tests. Let's take a quick look at that and find out कि चिराग के हिसाब से what he thinks about this particular stat यहाँ पे. Chirag, what do you think in terms of this highest successful run chase by South Africa and Test at Johannesburg in particular? So do you think, I know you're an Indian cricket fan, obviously as a cricket fan, you would want India to win this one. But looking at the way things are going, do you think they might add just another match to their kitty?
देखो जैसा वो खेल रहे हैं, जैसा डीन एल्गर का अप्रोच है, जैसा हर प्लेयर कंट्रीब्यूट कर रहा है उनका, अगर कल भी सेम अप्रोच रहती है, अगर वो कल का 1 घंटा वो सर्वाइव कर लेते हैं जो कि जरूरी है, क्योंकि बॉलर्स फ्रेश होते हैं उस 1 घंटे में, उनकी लेग्स फ्रेश होती है, शोल्डर सभी बॉडी एकदम फ्रेश होती है, और लाइक वो अपने मैक्सिमम जो पेस पर, अपनी मैक्सिमम जो उनकी कैपेबिलिटी है उस पर बॉल कर सकते हैं। तो अगर वो 1 घंटा वो सर्वाइव कर लेते हैं, या पर हमने देखा इस टेस्ट मैच में कि फर्स्ट सेशन के सेकंड हाफ में काफी चेंजेस हुए, जैसे कि आज का अब देन देख लो, फर्स्ट सेशन के फर्स्ट हाफ में अजिंक्य रहाणे और चेतेश्वर पुजारा ने अच्छा सर्वाइव किया, लेकिन फर्स्ट सेशन के सेकंड हाफ में विकेट्स गिरना स्टार्ट हो गए। तो कहना मतलब ये कह सकते हैं कि फर्स्ट सेशन पूरा सर्वाइव करना होगा अच्छे से, अगर वो कर जाते हैं तो साउथ अफ्रीका को कोई नहीं रोक सकता।
Okay, koi nahi rok sakta is the word from Chirag right now. But of course, looking at it realistically, if they don't fall like a pack of cards and that partnership does, of course, break on the other hand, then, things can, of course, change around. So what do you all think? Tell me in the comment section. Usi ke saath, two bowlers who have seemed magnificent in this particular test series has to be the very young Marco Jansen and, of course, Lungi doing what he does best. Yahan pe agar unka dekha jaye, 17 overs, 3 wickets with an economy of 3.90. If you could take a look at Lungi's performance as well, not surprised that he's been doing exceptionally well for his team. 10.1 overs, 3 wickets with an economy of 4.20. Gaurav, coming to you, a little word on the fact that there was a particular tweet which was doing the rounds the other day that South Africa have definitely found great talent, in a youngster like Marco. I still remember last year, I think during February 18th or 19th, when the IPL mini auction was happening, everybody was talking about who this youngster is, what he can bring to the table, and now we're definitely seeing it. But what is it about his technique, his game that really stands out, according to you?
See, first of all, there are some things which are in favor. That he has a great height, and the left arm speed surge. You're not seeing that many often in Test cricket at the moment, because if you look at the current pace attack of all the bowlers, then Australia has Mitchell Stark, New Zealand has Trent Bolt, Neil Wagner as well. From Bangladesh, we have Mustafizur Rahman, who is not playing Test matches very often. तो अगर हम बात करें लेफ्ट आर्म पेसर्स की टेस्ट मैचेस में, तो एक बोल सकते हैं कि एक रेयर एक प्रोडक्ट है, तो उसकी वजह से उनको फेस करना काफी डिफिकल्ट होता है, बिकॉज सारे के सारे बैटर्स जो है फर्स्ट क्लास क्रिकेट में आप अनुमान अगर आप अंदाजा लगाएं तो फिर ना मैक्सिमम आप राइट आर्म पेसर्स को फेस करते हैं, और स्पेशली आप मार्को जेनसन की अगर बात करें, साउथ अफ्रीका में जो बाउंस मिलता है बॉलर्स को, उसके बाद से एक बॉलर है जो कि 6.5 इंच का है, वहां से बॉल रिलीज होती है, तो डेफिनेटली एक अच्छा खासा डिफिकल्टी होती है बैट्समैन के लिए। हमने देखा था 10 साल पहले जब मोहम्मद इरफान आए थे पाकिस्तान के, वो काफी लंबे थे, उन्होंने काफी परेशान किया था इंडियन बैटर्स को। सो सिमिलरली एक सिमिलर प्रोजेक्ट है, तो डेफिनेटली उन्होंने अपने हाइट का, अपने बाउंस का जो ट्रैक कंडीशन है उसका अच्छा यूज किया, और उनको सक्सेस भी मिल रही है। अगर साउथ अफ्रीका का इंटायर हम लोग अगर पेस स्क्वाड देखें तो फिर काफी अच्छा है, जिसके बावजूद एंड्रिक नोकिया इसमें नहीं है। तो बीइंग एन इंडियन फैन, मुझे तो काफी डर लगता है कि अगर इस पेस अटैक में वो होते तो फिर और भी क्या होता, इंडिया शायद वन अप भी नहीं होता। तो डेफिनेटली आई थिंक साउथ अफ्रीका क्रिकेट जो कि रिसेंट टाइम्स में स्ट्रगल कर रहा है, देखने में काफी अच्छा लगता है कि उनके पास पेस अटैक काफी अच्छा है, जिसकी वजह से वो आगे जा सके। लेकिन अब उनके बॉलर्स ने काम इस टेस्ट मैच में कर लिया है, अब काम बचा है उनके बैट्समैन का, तो ये देखना इंटरेस्टिंग होगा कि वो इस टोटल को चेस कर पाते हैं कि नहीं।
Right. I mean, that is the bigger question here. And, having a comment coming from Prakash saying, I think South Africa has an upper edge and he's very sure about it. Like, of course, Prakash, we'll have to wait and watch ki kya ho sakta hai. Like I always say, till the last minute, you never know what's going to really, happen. I actually want to talk about Rishabh Pant, which even Chirag pointed out about the fact that that very irresponsible shot, also with the fact that, it is a duckout. Chirag, coming back to you, talking about his performances ever since the World Test Championship final, not been, great. There are no great numbers actually over there. Of course, today in the show, we were talking about how amazing he is doing as a wicketkeeper because he completed that milestone of 100 catches. But what is it about a batter like him? Has he become, it is okay to probably be ruthless, like fearless when you're batting, but what about reckless shots? What is your take on that as a fan when you watch, such things?
देखो अभी आप अगर उनका रिकॉर्ड देखोगे, आई थिंक लास्ट के जो 10 इनिंग्स है उसमें सिर्फ 150 है उनका, आई थिंक, मतलब अभी मुझे एग्जैक्टली रिकॉर्ड याद नहीं, तो 150 उनके नाम। तो अभी देखो इस टेस्ट मैच में क्या था, चेतेश्वर पुजारा और अजिंक्य रहाणे आपके दो बैटर्स, एक सीनियर बैटर्स वहां पर सर्वाइव करके गए हैं, आप टीम को एक अच्छी पोजीशन में छोड़कर गए हैं, और आप एकदम से स्टेप आउट करके ऐसा शॉट मार रहे हो, क्यों? मतलब आप 3 बॉल आपने खेली है, आप बॉलर्स को देखो, अभी समझो कि बॉल कहाँ पर है, कहाँ मूव कर रहा है, कैसा है, क्या चीज़ है। आप एक प्रॉपर बैटर हो, आप मतलब थोड़ा मैच्योरिटी आपको वहाँ दिखानी पड़ती है। वांडरर्स पे खेल रहे हो, पिच बॉल का ऐसा पता नहीं कहाँ कौन-सी ऊपर है, कौन-सी नीचे है, और मतलब ये शॉट बिल्कुल भी ज़रूरत नहीं थी। देखो, अभी कह सकते हो कि उनका नेचुरल गेम है। नेचुरल गेम ठीक है, वो एक जगह है, लेकिन जब सिचुएशन डिमांड करती है किसी और, लाइक आपको थोड़ा अडैप्ट भी तो करना पड़ता है, तभी तो आप इंटरनेशनल प्लेयर बनते हो। आप टेस्ट मैच में खेल रहे हो, ठीक है, टी20 में हो तो ठीक है, आप खेल सकते हो ऐसी चीज़ें। लेकिन आप टेस्ट फॉर्मेट में खेल रहे हो, एक रेगुलर विकेट कीपर हो, आप आपने अपनी जगह पक्की करी है, तो ये मतलब गलत है, इर्रेस्पॉन्सिबल शॉट था। अगर वो अच्छा वहाँ पे 20-30 रन का कंट्रीब्यूशन दे जाते टीम इंडिया को, तो सीन बिल्कुल अलग होता।
Okay, that is of course a viewpoint from a player like Pant. You expect a little more responsible shots, especially what we've seen and what he's actually done before. Hopefully, when the third test happens, we'll get to see a better game from his side. Salim is asking us win prediction क्या है आपके हिसाब से। उल्टा कर देते हैं, आप हमें बताइए कमेंट सेक्शन में कि
अभी कुछ नहीं बता
let's
सकते।
take a look at social tracker पे क्या हो रहा है. I'm pretty sure a lot of memes also might be doing the rounds. So let's take a quick look. यहाँ पे what are the tweets looking like? Here whole dugout stood and applauded
हाँ,
Jasprit six.
एक्चुअली।
Exactly.
और अगर आपने नोटिस किया हो तो स्टार्टिंग में जब चेतेश्वर पुजारा सर्वाइव कर रहे थे, मिडिल में थे, तो आई थिंक डगआउट से आवाज आई थी, मेरे को लगा कि वो ईशांत शर्मा की है कि पौड़ी पौड़ी चढ़ते जाओ। फिर विराट कोहली ने बोला जय माता दी करते जाओ। मैंने सुना, मेरे को
Actually,
पता नहीं
उनका
कि
न्यू नॉर्मल बन चुका है. कोई सिक्स मारे या ना मारे, बुमराह तो आके मार देगा. It looks like that. Rahul Dravid still trying to understand how this
how
dugout
this
works.
works.
Yeah, poor thing. Okay.
Marco Jensen.
Do we have any other tweets? Okay. South Africa were bowling like they're just waiting for the team to get out themselves. Good job, Bihari sir.
Actually.
See, those were, of course, the tweets that were doing the rounds. Of course, like we always say, there is always a mixed bag. Some people are happy, some people are not. But that's what social media is all about. Some people are happy to see. Disappointed with Pujara and Rahane because they finally stepped up and everything. And he's of course happy with the fact that they have contributed and they're known to be these players to step up. Like I think Gaurav and everybody else pointed out on the show earlier, there will be ups and downs in a rough patch. It's always nice to see them come back and really show the kind of caliber of players that they are. But on that very positive note, I want to thank everybody for joining us on our show In the Air, and of course to both Chirag and Gaurav also for coming here and talking to us about what they thought transpired today. So tomorrow is going to be the D-Day, and of course we will be having our cricket guests joining us. Don't forget to join us tomorrow only on CricTracker special show In the Air.